What's the deal, baby? Y'all didn't know. Big Boss, Kate Pope, here to talk this boxing. What's good, everybody? Hope everybody doing all right. I'm up early, moving around. Got some errands I need to run. So, I figure I'd drop some content, man. I appreciate everybody. I mean, I pray for everybody. Even the Bud Buddies, I pray for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Not in a malicious way. Like, I do really, genuinely hope all is well for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk. You know what I mean? Ain't no plex animosity on my end. We just have a different viewpoint on this fight. That's it. You know what I mean? And ain't nothing wrong with that. We men, right? We should be able to have different viewpoints. We shouldn't be thinking the same. You know what I'm saying? Nah, there's some things that I think you should see that you ignoring. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Some people delusional. And that's the Bud Buddies. But anyway, triangle theories don't work in the sport of boxing. Let's talk about it. So you got a lot of these Bud Buddies trying to use certain fights to make their argument on why Terence Crawford will beat Errol Spence, right? Now, granted, if you feel like Terence Crawford gonna beat Errol Spence and you're basing it just off his skill set, I ain't got a problem with that. The problem I have, you got some Bud Buddies that sit here and say, oh, he knocked out Kell Brook. He knocked out Sean Porter. So what you think? Those are two mutual opponents that Errol Spence has. What do you think he gonna do to Errol? That's not a valid argument. Triangle theories don't work in this fight with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. They don't work. You can't sit there and say because he knocked out Kell Brook earlier, he's gonna knock out Errol Spence. It doesn't work like that. Now, if you make your argument and say, hey, I think Terence Crawford does this, this, and this, and because of these skills that he has, he'll beat Errol Spence. I'm cool with that. I'll accept that. Although I disagree, I feel like Errol Spence is going to win. But at the end of the day, that's your perception. You know what I mean? But if you trying to sit here and use triangle theories, no. I'm not even going to say you don't know boxing, because that's what Bud Buddies do. I'm going to say that you can't use it. F it. I ain't finna come up with you can't use it. You can't use that. Prime example, Ricky Hatton fought Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. He lost to both of them. Floyd Mayweather knocked him out late. Pacquiao knocked him out a little early. If you don't mind me asking, guys, what happened to Manny Pacquiao when he fought Floyd Mayweather? Domination. He lost. Right? We gotta call a spade a spade. So you can't sit here and use a triangle theory. You can't sit here and say, oh, because this fighter beat this fighter, this will happen. No. Doesn't work like that, Jack. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, G. Like, we got to call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? I've, stuck to my guns about Errol Spence holds these type of qualities as a fighter. Terence Crawford holds these qualities as a fighter. I feel like Errol Spence is the more disciplined fighter. In that ring. That's just what it is. I feel like he's the more disciplined fighter. I feel like that because he's the more disciplined fighter, he will be able to beat Terence Crawford. Right? You may be like, what you talking about, boss? Because I know y'all bubbas be like, well, if he's more disciplined, why he keep getting his mouthpiece knocked out? I'll tell you why. Terence Crawford against low-level competition has not stuck to the game plan, and he fights off ego, right? We gotta call a spade a spade. I like saying it. But that's real talk. We're keeping it 1,000, Me being in that square circle before, okay, and have made that mistake and fighting off emotion, I'm telling you right now, that's not wise. Especially when you in there with an elite fighter like Errol Spence. You can't do that. Now, if Terence Crawford get in there, stick to the game plan, and, but I'm telling you, Terence Crawford has shown this tendency. He gonna want his one back. He gonna get hit with some hard shit, and he gonna want to get his one back. That's why I think he gonna make a mistake. Or Errol gonna have a round where he dogging him on the inside, and Terence gonna try to dog him back on the inside, and it's not gonna Whatever Errol gonna do to Terence, Terence gonna try to do it back to Errol. And that's not a fight that you want to fight. You don't want to fight Errol Spence's fight. That's what I'm saying. That's what Terence Crawford's gonna try to do, because he ego fight. He want to show you, I'm tougher than you, I'm better than you, I'm a dog. Oh, oh. That's what he want to do. You know? That's cool against, like, you know, Mean Machine and Amir Khan and Washed Up and Kell Brook and all that. That's cool. But when you end up with another live dog, you can't do that. Because with Errol, that's going to make him want it even more. That's powers. That's going to make him be like, okay, let's go then. And I'm telling you, I think Errol, if all I'm saying is Bud got to fight Bud's fight. He cannot fight Errol fight. If he try to sit there and I'm finna go to war, I'm telling you right now, he getting stopped. That's just what I see. I'm sorry, Bud, but you can take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Here's what it is. If he sit there and try to go toe to toe with Errol Spence, he's getting stopped. You know what I mean? Bud got a box. He got to fight whoever his game plan is. It just got to be different from Errol Spence's game plan. That's just what it is. So if his game plan is to come in there and I'm gonna slug it out, that ain't smart. I'm just telling you right now, I'm keeping it a stack. You know what I mean? That ain't wise. What he need to do, in my opinion, mix it up. Look to throw, look to counter. When I mean throw in between shots. Look to counter Errol, things like that. You know, use a little bit of lateral movement, because if he tried to use that the whole fight, Errol, in the later rounds, Errol's gonna get him. So he just gonna have to look to counter, catch and shoot, things like that. You know, and stay off the ropes. That's what he gonna have to do. You know, but other than that, me knowing Bud. Like I say, I know Bud Crawford better than a lot of y'all Bud buddies, because I was a Bud Crawford fan. But I look at the styles, and I'm looking at Errol, I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to be able to overcome this one, man. For real. I'm just keeping it stacked. He may do it. And like I said before, if he does it, he will rightfully get his credit. But I want to say something, because a lot of y'all Bud buddies want to sit here and still hold on to the notion about the matchups, you know, that Errol done fought and Bud done fought, you know, and the fighters they have in common. Let me tell you something, and this gonna be controversial when I say this. The reason why, and I'm not taking nothing away from Bud Crawford, but Errol fought Sean Porter first. Errol fought Kell Brook first. Then Bud fought him, right? We have the history of events, right? Don't you think Bud Crawford went and watched those fights before he fought those guys to see what their weaknesses are? I'm just saying. So it's kind of like Errol gave him the game plan or the blueprint, like, hey, because Errol Spence already exposed him and watered him down. Since y'all Bud buddies want to try to discredit Errol, you know, we could go down that road if you want to. Because I'm telling you, I know that boy Bud went and watched them fights before he fought them. So he went and watched Errol versus Kell. And he was like, okay, I could do this. Based on my skill set, I could do this. You know, okay, Errol, man, all right, cool. So I just got to throw that shot right here. He's done. I know he went and watched the Sean Porter versus Errol Spence fight. I was like, okay. I know I could do this right here. I bet. You can't tell me that man didn't do that, bro. So it's like Errol gave him the game plan, man. Errol said, look, man, this is how you beat these niggas. And Bud went in there and sniped him. But Errol gave him the game plan, man. Now it would have been different if Errol never fought him. Right? But like I said before, Errol already fought him, beat him down, wore him down. You know what I mean? Kell Brook is a shell of himself when he fought Terence Crawford. And let me tell you something. I mean, let's talk about Kell Brook for a minute, right? Because I'm getting hyped. I was sleepy, but I'm getting a little hype. Okay, all y'all keep talking about this damn Kell Brook. He keep talking about Kell Brook. Let's talk about Kell Brook. Kell Brook fought a stripper. He fought a dude who be dropping it low. He fought a stripper, bro. It was getting sparked. Even the UK, you know the UK bias for they ride for their fighters. Even them boys was like, hey, bro, this boy need to retire. He ain't looking the same. I think that was Mike Zarafa. He's either Zarafa or DeLuca, who was a stripper. And he was getting his ass whooped by a stripper. Stop playing, bro. Bud talking about, yeah, he was on a 3-fight win streak. The nigga barely was winning them fights against low-level competition. I'm talking about Kell Brook. Since we want to get technical, this man was getting his ass whipped by a stripper, bro. Getting the brakes beat off him. They was like, hey mates, crocky mates. This is a poor performance by Kell Brook. Boy was barely winning them fights. But he did what he got to do, get his hand raised. They sitting there, oh yeah, man, he was on a 3-fight win streak. Man, stop playing, bro. We know the real. I'm not even trying to advocate for the resume of Errol Spence. It's nothing to advocate for. It's nothing to talk about. We already know he fought them fights. It's nothing to talk about. I'm just saying, you can't sit here and try to tell me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking on Terence Crawford resume. But you can't sit here and say, oh, I fought a better version of Kell Brook when this nigga was fighting strippers, getting his ass whooped. Stop playing, Bosco.